fly a 3-goal lead, and they've got it back to 7 points with what I think is a 3 to 4 goal breeze looking out there. So I think they should have done better than what they did.
Well, let's see what the second quarter can bring us here. It is a 7-point lead to the Silvan Football Club. The knock goes out and barging his way through Bonanno. Still in the middle there, trapped by Dadswell. He couldn't get boot to ball for the line, so we'll have another bounce. Grant Campbell, the stats that mattered in the first quarter.
Marks inside 55 to the way of Fair Park. Inside 50s was 16-14 the way of Silvan.
So the ball in the middle here, this way, that way. De Graaf got it away. Mercer's kick was smothered. That was well done there by Jones, who got the handball away. Knight linked up well on the left boot. They go inside 450. That was a real scrambly one. Made Rowe work extremely hard for that one. Charging through, there was Smith. He got dispossessed of the football. Maybe a little bit lucky. He didn't get pinged. Hands and knees. Kiddo got the handball away. Then it was trapped there. And across the half back line, the mark's been taken by Nick Cowan. So, Fair Park up towards the wing position. Big fly there that time from Smith. Over the top of him it goes. Bowes sees it over the boundary line and out. Cross down boundary side to Tim Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, Shane Mercer copped a big knock there in the the back line there, Fair Park. He's looking a bit groggy. The trainer's with him, but he's looking like he's going to stay out there.
So umpire to bring it back in now. Bailey will go up against Bowes, who Bowes got the knockdown that time, Soupy, and knocked straight over the boundary line and out again.
If I was the coach of Fair Park, I'd be wanting a little bit more from Gareth Bailey at the moment. He's such a big presence out there on the field, but he hasn't really had any impact so far.
Well, wind really got hold of that boundary throwing. It wasn't recalled, so kick goes up towards the wing position. Mopping up nicely there was Dietzel on the left boot, inside forward 50, bouncing footy, looking for his teammate in Kiddo. Ball does her wrong, and then over she goes for a boundary throw-in.
He's been quite good, Dietzel. It's just his disposal's been quite ugly at times. But I agree. I think Bailey down forward, you need to drop him down deeper because there's no spot at the centre half forward with the breeze here. Yeah, he's got to play full forward or he's got to play up high.
Pye brings the ball back in. A lot of players around it. Cowan was there for the line. Strong tackle by Dean Jansen to bring the big man to ground, and we'll have a bounce.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Davo. It'd be also, well within the rights to set up McNamara deep as well. He can be the leading target, and then sitting Bailey there as more that tall, I suppose, kind of guy to drop the ball on top of his head from long range.
Well, the thing is that you put a big bloke down deep, you still got to put another big player down there on him. So, you put a big bloke up centre forward, you can put a more mobile player against him because they can run off him.
Mm-hmm.
Spooner got it down. Jansen kicked it to the hot spot. Dow came out. He nearly knocked his own teammate over there. Rowe on hands and knees got the handball away. Mercer, it was a high tackle laid against Luke Bedome, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal. He's directly in front. He's only about 25 metres out.
He might have done a Selwood then. I reckon his knees collapsed just a little bit when he got tackled, but it's crucial to give away those free kicks directly in front.
So Bedome comes in, leans over it, puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. You thought he was clapped through by Dow. He wasn't conning the goal umpire that time. It did look good off the boot, but minor score is the result. Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 3.5 minutes into this second term, still an 8-point lead to the Silvan Cats.
That's a terrible miss. That's 25 metres out directly in front. That really gives you a boost when you kick those.
Smith, it was ugly off the boot, but it hit the target in Eddie across centre half back now for the Lions. In the middle of the ground they go. Mark has been taken, swinging around there was Well on the right boot this time. Inside forward 50, he goes across the half back line. They've got the numbers there to mop up there. Wide overran the football for Silvan, but they did have the numbers and they link up wide. This is a series of handballs, finds the Knight direction. He was put under a fair bit of pressure. Smith came in to lay the tackle. Nicely done there. Hurd on the right boot. His kick was smothered off, half smothered off the boot, chopped off by Bennett. Kicks it up towards the half forward line, and the mark has been taken about 50-55 metres out from goal, but they do have the breeze behind them there. Jason Pegram to have a ping.
He's he's been a solid player at East Ringwood over a number of years. Went up the mountain, good forward, generally a really good kick. So I would expect him to put this pretty close.
So he'll come in, yet to kick a major today, but Can make it 4 goals apiece here if he can put this one through. Oh, the goal umpire, talk about not moving. He did not have to move an inch. Straight over Banksy's head it goes in game 200 for him. And it is game on out here at Fair Park.
That's where it's a crucial miss up here by Badome, who should have kicked what was an easy goal. Transfers down there, and then you end up having Pegram kicking probably a 45 to 50 metre goal, doing it easy. They're the ones that hurt.
So it's back to 2 points now. And Silvan came out of the gates, 3 goals to zip, and slowly but surely Fair Park have clawed themselves back into this game, and still in the middle of the ground there, overrunning at that time there was DeGoulis. Got the handball out wide though, Silvan. Now they go forward through Dietzel up towards the forward pocket. Dow was outsmarted in that at that time, and the Lions do have the numbers. Backing himself there was Need on the right boot, sends the ball up towards the direction of Bailey. Over the top of his head it goes, bouncing football right underneath the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, which shows 6 minutes gone in the second term. A 2-point ball game in favour of Silvan.
I just think that Silvan are a little bit one-dimensional at the moment. They've only got Andrew Dow down there, and he's certainly lacking a little bit of agility. So if the ball isn't delivered to him spot on, it hits the deck and they're in a lot of trouble to lock it in.
Pye throws it in, bouncing football. Overrunning it there was Bennett. He got about 5 or so metres on it, and it goes into the forward pocket now for Fair Park. Let's cross down boundary side to Davis Harrigan.
Just noticed that play along the old wing we're on at the moment. That ball, as long as it gets a bit of air, is going to go 10-15 metres further than most players are anticipating at the moment due to that little windbreak.
Well, Knight went for the little handball. He had to go after it again. He dropped the football over the top there. Matthew White said he copped one high. Umpire didn't want a bar of it, so David Bennett for the Lions will hand it back to the umpire 20 metres out from their goal line. They haven't been in front of the match yet, so if they can snag one here, that will be a good thing for their supporters. The kick goes out towards the wing position now. The high fly there was Begley, couldn't pull it down. Nice little handball there from Deegan. It comes out now, no to Need, up towards the half forward line. Trapping it there was Smith, under a bit of pressure, but still had the cool head. Got it to Driscoll, got it back to Smith. On the right boot, goes in towards the forward pocket. Dropping what he probably should have taken there was Bowes, but he did have support, and his teammate there in Guglielmi got a nice little shove over the goal line, and it's a minor score to Fair Park. 1 point is the difference. 29 plays at 28 in favour of the Cats.
That's where Bailey needed to be for that kick, in that area, not 40 out where he was.
Well, the kick was touched off the boot, but they've still managed to work it out towards the wing position here, Silvan, as the umpire comes in just inside the centre square and will have a bounce.
Smith's very courageous. He's backed back into packs a number of times today.
Throws it up now. In the middle there, Jansen overrunning it. Nicely done there by Bennett. He's going really hard at the football, Bennett, especially in this second term. Got it away, Eddie. Out wide now, bouncing football. Foot race ensued. Well done there by Badome. He's turned his player inside out, and the kick goes inside forward 50. Dow had the back spot, and Nathan Smith copped one, but had eyes only for the football. He pulled in an absolute ripper. Certainly one of the better players on the ground early in this match.
That was a very courageous mark, that one.
Kick goes out wide. It was a neat kick, and spotted up the target in Kyle Hurd.
Andrew Dow's in front of us, and I wouldn't want him running into the back of me.
Kick goes up towards the half forward line where the ball was knocked away from Bailey. Let's cross down boundary side to Tim Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, we just saw Nathan Smith take a mark in defensive 50. That's from Silvan dropping an extra man behind the ball. So if they're looking to score against the win, they're really going to have to make him accountable.
Pye brings it back in now. Big fist over the back there from Bailey, overrunning the football. McNamara, he'll go after it again. He ducked his head. The umpire, he could have copped one high, but umpire said it was okay. McNamara once again, that's 3 touches in a matter of seconds. Goes Goldwood, bouncing football, and this one goes through for a behind. Then you go Bank scoreboard. It's showing 28-29. I'm pretty sure that there's a point missing. I would say that the scores are level, but let's back the scoreboard in here. 4-5-29 to Fair Park 4-4-28.
I think 29 apiece is correct, so you were right, BWS.
Should have backed myself in, Soupy, as it comes out now. win position.
Bailey would have been handy in that goal square just before two again, Davo.
Yep.
Around the ground scores, it's a 7-point lead to the Waverley Blues over Doncaster East at the moment as the kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Nicely done there by Kiddo. Got the handball away. This is a good chance here for Silvan. They go deep here looking for Spooner, but once again Smith, he just stands up at the crucial stage, doesn't he? Got the handball away, and now it'll be a chance for the Lions to drive themselves forward up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing football it goes. The first player out there is Pegram. He got dispossessed, got the handball away. Litchfield chases after it. He had to beat Deegan. Players screaming at the umpire for a free kick.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame them on that one. I probably thought it was there, but, you know, he hasn't called it, so play goes on. Fair Park are just starting to build into this game. Their endeavour is right up, and their skill level is starting to slowly lift throughout the game, and they're hitting more targets, which is probably why they're now sitting even on that scoreboard and not trailing Silvan like they were earlier.
Tom McNamara hands the ball back to the umpire. Throw up now. Bo's got the knockdown towards the Jones direction. A little bit of how do you do with Dolgaris. Umpires just settling things down. Quick restart will hopefully break this up. No one wanted to give the ball back to the umpire. He had to do his own work there. He threw it up. It was a little bit scrappy throw up too. It came out Bailey. Had a bit of a fresh air shot. Barging through McNamara. His kick goes out of bounds on the full. He was under a fair bit of pressure there, and a chance now for Silvan just to get it out of that danger zone using the far side of Fair Park, or the Scoresby Road side of the ground. That comes out now looking for Dietzel, goes backwards to Jones, grubber of a kick, gained only about 10 or so metres, and over she goes.
One of the things I did note when I watched Fair Park play earlier in the season is they were really good up until half-time, and then they fell away. I was a bit concerned that fitness might have been an issue for them, so it'll be interesting to see how these bigger bodies go in the second half, and if they're just starting to slow down in that ruck contest a little.
So Deegan, his kick was rushed. He was looking for Flintoff, but he was in the back spot there, so...
Well, the coach, Sean Stanton, mentioned the fact that he didn't think their fitness levels during pre-season were at what he wanted or expected.
Time now for the Lions to go forward again. And ball goes very deep. What a strong mark. Tom McNamara, judge the flight of the pill perfectly. He's ripped that one down, and he'll have a shot on goal about 35 metres out directly in front. Crossing down boundary side to Davis Harrigan.
I'd say that's all thanks to the boundary stoppage they just had, and a beautiful kick from Shane Mercies, who seems to be up and about after that massive hit about 10 minutes ago.
Kicked a goal in the first, McNamara. He wants one in the second, and he makes no mistake either. It is the first time this afternoon that Fair Park have hit the front on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They are 5 goals, 5-35.
He's been the best forward on the ground. He's been positioned himself well. He's taken 3 marks inside 50. He may have taken more. Been really real quality. He's an unusual. He's a mid-sized forward that's playing key deep. I would have preferred Bailey back there, but look, he's doing the job at the moment, which is really important. The key thing is they cannot afford to just allow Smith to play off this half-back line by himself, Silvan.
First multiple goal kicker for the afternoon is Tommy McNamara.
Yeah, Smith's been definitely the general down there, hasn't he? And he's read it beautifully and stopped everything coming in there.
Just his disposal is not fantastic, but geez, he's gutsy and takes a nice overhead mark.
On by Spooner. That was 3 efforts there. Got it away to Knight inside forward 50. He goes. He was looking for Jones. Speak of the devil there, Smith. Dispossessed of the football. Umpire said it was okay. Spooner. He goes out wide. Knight on the left boot towards the forward pocket. That's a good kick. Kiddo was in position A, and he takes the mark. It's a difficult angle, but a chance to get scores back all square here out at Fair Park.
I think if you put this one right to the right-hand goal post, I reckon this might go in.
So Kiddo, as we said, it's a difficult angle, but work the ball with the breeze and it could go your way. He kicks it across the face. I tell you what, the kick almost went backwards with the breeze getting a hold of that, but it made no difference anyway. A free kick goes to the Lions at the last line of defence.
They want to go to the other side of the ground if they can.
Kick comes out towards the wing position. Cowan was the big flyer there. Good spoil over the top there by Badone. Both players hit the deck and the umpire comes in and will bounce it right in front of the broadcast position. Coming in from the side there, De Graaf. He knocked it forward and now they've linked up okay here. Here's Andrick for Fair Park. His kick was, well, his disposal wasn't good, and once again another turnover. Wing position here. Kick goes in towards the middle of the ground, over the back. They've got the numbers this time, mate, do they? The Lions. Dadswell, he overran the football. Nicely done there by Knight. He's having a good game for the Cats. Got the handball away up towards the half-forward line. Now you just saw the breeze really get a hold of that one. Made it difficult for Jansen, but he was up to the challenge. Kick goes inside forward 50, looking for Dow, but standing strong, Nathan Smith. As we've said so many times already this afternoon, takes another mark in the defensive 50, and he's give the guy a rap and he coughs it straight up. He kicked it to Jared Rowe, who of the Silvan Football Club, who not only took the mark but copped one for his troubles as well. Rowe tried to give the little handball off. He's been told he has to go back over the man on the mark, so a sloppy kick goes inside forward 50 now. Which way is it? Fennell was the one that overran the football. Comes up now. Cowan, big fly over the back. Dean Jansen pulls in an absolute ripper, and he's got enough purchase on his boot to be able to put this one through. Tim Fitzsimmons, let's cross down boundary side.
Sean Jones for Silvan's just come off, looking very ginger. It looks like he's got a bit of a corked thigh, so we'll see how he pulls up from that.
So Dean Jansen on the left boot. Sends it goalward, has it got the carry, it's right to the line. Well done there by Cowan, and top to the two big men to get a touch on that one and force it through for a minor score. Bendigo Bank scoreboard sees Silvan move on to 4 goals, 6-30. They're trailing by 5 points. Fair Park 5-5, 35.
Just a really great effort from Andrew Knight to get that ball out there too. Really, really good in and under he's been in this quarter.
Really good mark there from Rowe in the middle of the ground for Silvan. They go forward once again. The kick goes inside forward 50. Another turnover. His knee takes it for the Lions. Cross centre half back. This time elects to go straight down the middle, and it was a good kick too. Jones came over the top there. Smith was at the fuller ball for Silvan, got the handball out wide, and now the Cats might be able to use the corridor here. Here's Rowe, handball over the top, put Smith under a lot of pressure, so the Lions might get a chance here. I said, give it to me, boys. Let's have a bounce.
That was an excellent tackle, that. He trapped it well. One of the interesting things, I'm not sure whether Bailey knows how to play centre half forward, because they had the ball then, went for the long kick, and he was 50 metres away from it then. I'm not understanding his role at the moment.
Kick goes out wide. Little handball over the top, barging his way through there, but Dome, that was okay. Got a little handball away to Rowe, and they're linking up. He's Knight on the left boot, just pops it over the top, and they did well there to get the target there in Trent Fennell. And he'll go back and have another shot on goal, this time to put Silvan back in front.
I'll tell you what, Knight's been really good around the concert. He's got an unusual kicking action, and I think if he goes back and look at his tape, every kick's been ugly, but they've all been effective. So he's done very, very well.
So chance for Silvan to get back in front. This one looks like it's gone left again, and through for another behind.
They've definitely had their chances in the past few minutes, and Knight has been involved in both of those short passes, but Silvan will be kicking themselves that they haven't converted here.
Silvan 1 goal, 5 from set shots today, thanks to Choose Tap.
It is delicious. The kick comes in, looking in the middle of the ground. Cowan had carried over his head there, and Rowe took the mark. Got it knocked out of his hands. Almost could have got a 25 then, but Silvan up towards the half-forward line. The ball's pushed very close to the boundary. Can it be kept in? That was really clever there by Jansen. Got the handball away. Here's Aaron Rowe on the right boot. He sends it goal down in the front spot. The big man takes the mark. He's only 15 metres out, and surely he will put this one through the big sticks.
And look, and while who was it? Sean will be really.
Oh no.
Well, he moved it on pretty quickly there, and he's kicked it into the post. So you wouldn't read about that one. You would have seen it on the replay. Another behind to Silvan.
He's getting
25 here.
25 because he got dealt with after the frustration of missing that goal. Well, I was going to say, Sean will be really upset. 2 kick-outs they've had. They've gone in the middle and they've had uncontested marks in the middle, which he'd be really angry about that.
Need kicks it out towards the wing position, bouncing away from all players, and over she goes.
And even then, that's the wrong option to take when you have the wind and you've got that a kick to a short contest out in the wing. Get it into the dangerous areas, and they're just not doing it well enough at the moment, Fair Park.
Throws it in, but it's going back.
You can't question their endeavour though. They're just lacking a little bit of polish with their outside run, but their endeavour on the football, and I suppose their commitment to the game plan can't be questioned today. Even if the game plan does seem a little bit unusual at times with where some of the plays are set up though, Davo.
Yeah, yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Pye throws it in. Bailey had the front spot, comes out towards the Knight direction. Eyes over the football, got the handball away, so the kick goes forward once again for Silvan in the front spot, knocking it away. They had the numbers aligned. The kick goes up towards the forward pocket, but Mr. Reliable, Nathan Smith, takes the mark in the back pocket.
Don't kick it short. That's all I can say.
Well, he took the advice and he goes out towards the Mercer direction. Standing strong over the back, though, was Badome, who just plucked it on the second bite. Swings around now, spears a pass inside forward 50 over the back of all players. And here's Smith on the right boot to relieve the pressure now for the Lions. Kick goes in towards the middle of the ground. Jones, little handball over the top. That was okay. Shepherd up towards the half-forward line, getting down low and taking the mark there was Fennell. He's getting amongst it here in this second term. He's still about 70 metres out from goal. You can see Jansen screaming for it just inside the 50 arc. Instead, he goes long towards the Spooner direction. He was double team. Knight at the fall of the ball. Snap around the body, and Smith takes another mark. Let's cross down boundary side.
I've been counting Smith's efforts, and that's at least number 6 is either marked or assisted in getting out of Silver's entry. So 6 entries stopped by that man.
Smith goes out wide. Mark's been taken by Gareth Bailey. He'll swing around now on the right boot. Going more direct this time. That's what we're happier to see, as a kick goes out towards the Pegram direction, knocked away from him. Smith for Silvan couldn't keep the ball alive, and over she goes.
If they can get a little bit more of outside run or defensive run, they could tear this game apart, Fair Park, because I think their forward line's nice and open and it's got lots of potential. They're just not getting it in there quick enough at the moment.
Knock over the top there by Bowes. He threw his head back. Joel Selwood like. Umpire said no.
Do you think that's, though, because they're pushing a lot of numbers into the back line for Fair Park to try and to block up that Silvan forward line, and then they're just not able to get there in time?
Possibility, yeah.
23 minutes gone. It is a 4-point lead to Fair Park. They lead 35 to 31. Inside forward 50 it goes now. Looking for Pegram. Bounced away from him. Lost his footing, so Silvan did have the time to get that clearing kick. Massive fly over the back there by Badome. He used his opponent as a step ladder in that instant. That was a fantastic mark play of the day so far. What can they do from it, though? They need to drive the ball forward. They need to hit up a target. Going forward now, Fennell goes in towards the middle of the ground. They tried to square things up. Now back up towards the half-forward line. Fennell is also there again. He'll chase after the football. Very close to the boundary line. In there was Dadswell for the Lions. He was probably happy to see it go over the boundary line and out.
And there's a case of great mark, just not hitting the target when you needed to hit the target to go through the middle then.
Yeah, definitely.
Fire brings it in. So they had the numbers. Fitness was there. He couldn't bring it down. Snap around the body. Goes to the top of the goal square where Dow was, but through it goes for a minor score. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 24 minutes into the second term on EFL game day, and it is Silvan trailing this one 4-8-32 to Fair Park 5-5-35. Scoreboard will tell you 34, but Soupy's on the money. Comes out, Cowan takes the mark. Big man in the long sleeves. He wants to go direct towards the Pegram direction. Nice fist away there from White, but at the fall of the ball, he had teammates there into support in Shepherd. Couldn't quite trap it right on his hammer. Tom McNamara, he's kicked 2 first-half goals for the Lions.
They're probably leading too much to that flank in that situation. They need to be more to centre half forward, where if the ball gets punched away, it doesn't go straight out of bounds, you've got more of a chance of roving it better.
Comes out now. Guglielmi couldn't get boot to ball.
Because Silvan can defend that quite easily when it goes there, just punch it towards that boundary and stops their run, whereas Fair Park, I like the way that they can transfer from arc to arc, but at the moment they're just not getting into the right spot in the arc.
Pye throws it in. Jansen over the top of it. Big man in there in Hurd. He went after it again, as did Aaron Rowe. The helmet.
Yeah, definitely. If they can just straighten up through there, it will give them opportunities on either side of the flanks to run through and rove that pack for sure.
Hurd straight down the throat of Jansen for Silvan, who kicked it as high as he did long up towards the wing position. Litchfield didn't get fist to ball, so it's now in the arms there of James Fitness, who kicks it up towards the half-forward line, but we'll blame the wind on that one. It goes over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full.
Could have been affected after the kick too, I think, from what I could see, but no, nothing going with that one.
See a happy young fella handing back the football over the fence as Shepherd squared up a teammate. Across half back now they go. Smith, they can move it to the broadcast side, but they just can't hit a target. They had two players there in Jansen and Bedome to take the mark, but they went straight down the throat of Cowan, who gets it away. Here's Deegan up inside forward 50. He goes at the back of the pack though, mopping up nicely. Shepherd, rubber sort of kick, but a valuable 25-30 metres just to get it across that defensive arc. And now the Cats, can they use the football well here? Got the handball away just in the nick of time. Bowes, little handball over the top now. Will this one be able to sit up? Jansen's waiting for the handball from Smith of Silvan. No player can trap the football. Coming in Deegan for the Lions to lay that pressure, and we'll have a bounce.
Now, is it just me, or has Jansen moved from the back line to the forward line in this quarter?
It's just you.
It's just me. I thought he was
Just,
playing
I'm
back
only
early.
joking. No, I think he's just, like a lot of players, they are following the ball from end to end. As Knight on the left boot goes inside forward 50. Up across the half-forward line now. Well done there by Knee. Got it away, but Silvan once again, they'll have the numbers. Knight inside forward 50. Goes towards the Dow direction. He waits at the back. The big man, little handball. That was good play. Got it to Kiddo. Linked up well in the goal square for Begley. He's not going to miss that one.
No,
Or did he miss it?
He's hit the post.
He's hit the post from point blank range.
Oh.
They
Wow.
just can't buy a goal at the moment, the Silvan Football Club. Must be incredibly frustrating for the coaching panel on the bench. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's a 2-point ball game. 4-9-33 Silvan, 5-5-35 Fair Park. Deep into this second term. Can the Lions make them pay here? Up towards the wing position. Here's a bit of a go for them. Deegan got the handball out wide. He was looking for fitness. Goes backwards to go forwards. Scrambling kick up towards the wing, and Fortescue takes it. He can use the middle of the ground if he wants to. He goes that way. Bedome, he waited for it. Copped one for his troubles in the chin from the football. Big man Hurd came in. Got the handball away just in the nick of time. Goes after it again. That was good play on the right boot. Goes inside forward 50. Looking for Pegram. One bite. Couldn't pull the second one down as the siren sounds to announce half-time, and we expected a close one out here today at Fair Park, and that's exactly what we're getting here on EFL Game Day. It is Fair Park 5-5-35 to Silvan 4-9-33. The only major goal kicker on the ground today is Tom McNamara for the Lions. He has two. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio Eastern and streaming live around the globe on EFL.org.au.